Hey guys, as promised in the countdown review video, which if you're watching these out of order, you wouldn't have known this was promised. This is the top 10 things I didn't want the internet to know. Now, the way this one worked was I submitted on my personal Facebook account to all my 1,200 and some friends, 282 I think, 1,282, I don't know. I asked them to submit questions to me in messaging for me to answer on a video. I don't know if they think I'm going to put this on Facebook or if they're going to go on YouTube and find it. But this is 10 things I didn't want the internet to know. Now, I will tell you this. This video is not even really embarrassing. I just find some of my answers funny. But 10 things I didn't want the internet to know. And before I get into my 10 things, I suggest if you watch this video and you want to, comment below that you want to participate and say somebody in person or send them a Facebook message with this video and tell them answer the same 10 questions in a YouTube video. When you do it, be sure to post it on any other website that you can hashtag something. Hashtag it KTrainHoke YouTube. And here we go. Number 10. I'm going backwards from 10. Is there a movie that makes you cry? Now, this is going to be the worst answer of the bunch. There's actually several, and I'll give you a reason for each one as I answer this. Is there any movie that makes you cry? Yes. I'm going to start with the obvious one on my list, which is Marley and Me. Now, if you haven't seen Marley and Me, you might not know why this is obvious. If you have, you do. But in Marley and Me, and here comes a spoiler, so if you haven't seen Marley and Me and want to, turn this video off now. At the end of the video, Marley starts to get sick. Now, I already start getting emotional at this point because I have a feeling I know where it's going. But by the end of Marley and Me, the dog dies. And I bawled the first time I ever saw it. I still cry when I watch Marley and Me. But I bawled because I was sitting right next to my dog when I was watching that part of the movie, so I lost it. And it's just emotionally powerful even if you don't own a dog. I think just seeing the family react is upsetting for this movie. The next movie, there's 5 that I'm going to list off here. The next movie is Perks of Being a Wallflower. Yes, you wouldn't think that movie's a crying movie. It's kind of a teen coming-of-age movie. Some people get emotional with those, I guess. The scene, and I suggest you look it up on YouTube. I think you could probably just search Perks of Being a Wallflower ending speech, or end scene. There's this scene where Charlie, the main character, played by Logan Lerman, goes into this thing about how one day photographs will be faded pictures, but they'll be memories, and we'll tell the stories to our children, and they'll say this didn't happen, but we know they did. And then he ends it with, I swear in this moment we were infinite, which he says earlier in the movie as well. And I'd read the book. The power of the scene didn't really hit me in the book. And it didn't even really hit me when I went to see the movie with my mom and dad after I'd read the book. I was a sophomore in college when I read the book. And that's only because I wanted to see the movie. Emma Watson. Hello. So, I wanted to see the movie. Paul Rudd, too, playing the teacher, which was kind of off-putting to me because I used to think as Paul Rudd as like a comedy actor, which is why Ant-Man as well was kind of like threw me a little bit because I wasn't expecting. Ant-Man was one of the funnier Marvel movies, but I wasn't expecting so much action in it. But that scene's power didn't really hit me until I was with my friends seeing it at the Gallery in Pittsburgh. Then it really hit me. The next movie, because this video will go forever if I keep talking about that movie, Fault in Our Stars. Obvious reason there. I don't really have to go into that. Next movie, it's a twofer. I'm counting it as one because it's a series, but it's 2 movies. God's Not Dead and God's Not Dead 2. Now, the first one got me because it was more the message of the movie that was emotionally powerful to me. And the second one, there's a scene with Melissa Joan Hart and her grandfather in the movie, where these kids were singing to her. And it was just, again, emotionally powerful. But that's the answer to number 10. Number 9. Is there a guilty pleasure song or a song you wouldn't want people to know you know word for word and sing with? There's 3. But I'm not going to give you reasoning. I'm just going to name them because there's really no reason. I know them word for word. I just know them word for word. Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake. Tim McGraw by Taylor Swift. And Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson. Number 8. Again, another song question. And if you're wondering why I don't need to have a paper or anything with this on it, I'm reading off of a side thing, my Facebook messages while I'm recording this. That's why. So number 8. Is there a song that makes you cry? Not surprisingly, submitted by the same guy that submitted the question, is there a movie that makes you cry? Yes, there is a song that makes me cry. A couple. Don't Take the Girl by Tim McGraw. Just tears. I about halfway through that song. I'm just breaking down. The other song is Tim McGraw by Taylor Swift. Again, one of the ones I know word for word for question 9. But it wasn't, again, it was like Perks of Being a Wallflower. I didn't really get emotional listening to it. So I was on a bus going to Virginia with my high school marching band, and the one girl who, yes, at the time I had a crush on, was singing it to me, and for some reason I got emotional. I don't know why. Who knows? But anyways, moving on. Number 7. This one, this one was a crazy question. Is there something you've contemplated doing or have done that nobody in your life knows you have done? The answer is yes. There's several things. But the one thing I'll divulge to the internet, because we still have 6 of these to go after this, is I once, when I was like 15, 16, put clothes on a body pillow and pretended it was a girl and fucked the shit out of it. We don't need to go any deeper into detail than that. Number 6. Is there something you wish you wouldn't have done? Several things, but there's like 2 things that repeatedly play in my head that I should have never done. One of them was admitting to my friend Ressa that I like her. Another thing was when I was like 12, like 13 or 14, I was in Barnes & Noble in Greensburg. And this girl from the band who I had a crush on came up and she spoke. And for some reason, I went like weird. I didn't want to talk much. So I oof, and walked away from her. I made that noise. I went oof, and walked away. I don't know why, but that's 2 things that keep playing in my head that I was like, I should have never done. Regret. Number 5. Is there one thing going on that you think about constantly? Yeah, that's it. That you don't talk about out loud. Well, one thing I'm deathly afraid of that I go into like these weird depressed modes when I think about it is death. And certain things will trigger it. For some reason, I have the urge to like punch myself to try and get myself to forget about it, but it never seems to work. It goes away for a long time. It's like every couple of weeks lately. Used to be like every couple months to every couple of years I would have these thoughts, but now it's like every couple of weeks. Might be depression. Who knows? Number 4. Is there somebody you have a crush on right now, and can I show them this video? Well, simply, Alex. The answer to your second question is no way in hell can you show them this video. If they find it, they find it. Fine. And the answer to the first part of the question, I'm not naming names. But yes, the girl that works jewelry at Walmart in Lake Show. Okay. Number 3. What the fuck? Have you ever had romantic feelings for a member of your family? Oh, cousin that's technically a half cousin, I guess. So, really, is it even family? Number 2. Who is your current celebrity? It's not so much I don't want the internet to know that. It's Grace Helbig. Moving on. Number 1. Biggie here. Do you tend to get angry a lot? And do you think you have anger issues? That's really not something I don't want the internet to know. Yes, I do get angry a lot, and yes, I do have anger issues. There's your answer. And that was my top 10 things I don't want the internet to know. There was 2 or 3 of them in there I didn't even mind the internet knowing. I don't think the people understood the concept of this. But like I said at the beginning of the video, if you want somebody to do it, just write the words "Let's go" in the comments and send this video, either a link in an email to the person you want to do a video of it, or send it to them in messages, or post it to their wall on Facebook. But that's it for this video. I will see you guys next time.